All right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. How's everyone doing today? Great to be here with you guys. Give me one in the chat box if you can hear me okay. Go ahead and close this out. All right, we'll be getting started here in the next minute or so. I do want to respect everyone's time. So there will be no wasting of time today. I know it's holiday week for many of us. My daughter's been out of school since Friday, so she's had the whole week off. And tomorrow we're planning for a nice big turkey dinner here at home. So hopefully all of you guys are prepping for that as well. Excuse me. Awesome. Loud and clear. Thank you, Rodney, Rob, Gerald, Tim, Marquise, Wally, Amanda. Always great to have you on here. Harold, Warren, Leonard, Miles. How's it going, Philip? Perfect. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right. It's just me and you guys today. I'm going to share with you some very, very, very exciting strategies and techniques. We're going to cover quite a bit. So, on top of the live demo and all of that, so show you guys how I've actually automated the entire SEO process, specifically for our 22,000 a month blueprint, which we released last month. All right. And I know many of you are excited to see how you can actually automate that whole process and just hit go and not have to touch it ever again from that point forward. All right. So I won't spend too much time on this one since many of you guys on here already probably know uh, this background on me and have been on some of my webinars before, but pretty much started in 2010, went full time 2014. Since then, I've sold over $12 million online and lately been heavily focused on AI, and you will see some AI on this call today, okay? We will be going through a live case study plus a demo of my AI app that is giving multiple page one rankings, all fully automated, okay? And again, going back to the 22,000 per month blueprint, all right? So if any of you guys missed that, picking up that product last month, you definitely, will get a kind of I will go through kind of a small recap on this call as well, just so you can get a bit of the background on how these two products fit together, okay? Because we've created the perfect blend of real artificial intelligence and automation to take over all of your SEO, okay? And how many of you are excited for that, to be able to really tap into the search engines to get as much traffic as you'd like without having to do much work, okay? Because for the longest time, SEO has been a pain in the butt in terms of how many steps are involved. Um, but thankfully, with the power of software, with the power of AI, uh, that process can go a lot faster, okay? And you will see the first and only fully automatic AI powered web app that will literally automate every single step of the SEO process for you, okay? I guarantee you that every single step is going to be done for you, and I'll show you how that works on this call. We've literally created the easiest way to have content written, optimized, posted, and syndicated for you to bring in more traffic, leads, and profit. All right, and I will show you again some tips and tricks that I've been doing with my niche sites so that you guys can see exactly how all of this works, okay? And like I said, we have automated our entire 22K per month blueprint, all right? Um, Plus, like I said, you'll see a real case study. I'll jump right into the case study right away. That you'll be able to see multiple page one rankings. And this site I haven't even touched for years. Okay, it literally started out as a demo site. When I first put it together, I think I maybe put a total of 30 minutes of effort into actually creating the site. Okay, when I first put it together, it had the most basic theme on it. Okay, it had the most plain design that you can ever see. It was literally a black and white design. I think it was one of the 21 or 22 uh, default themes that you use when you first install WordPress. It didn't even have a logo on it. It didn't have any monetization on it. It didn't have anything on it. Okay. Over the last year, I have kind of revamped it and put a theme on there, and it looks a little bit nicer now. But for the first, I don't know, couple of years of that site, it was the most basic thing you can ever see, and it was still ranking on the first page of Google, okay? And it's still ranking to this day, and you'll be able to see that here shortly, okay? But more importantly, you're gonna see how you can have our platform ZERP do the exact thing for you guys, okay? Um, so with that's it. That's my intro. I know a lot of times there's a long-winded intro on what you're gonna see and all of that, but that's what I got for you guys today. Like I said, I don't want to waste any time. I want to jump right into it. So let's first start off with the case study. Okay, so let me open up a new incognito window so you guys can see this live. And I'm gonna do drone repair expert. Let's go ahead and start with Miami. Okay, you'll see my site here ranking on the first page. Excuse me, on number 1 spot right here. All right, and we'll do, just to make this a little quicker, drone repair expert Tampa. All right, you'll see my site right here. All right, let's do drone repair expert Naples. All right, ranking not only 1, but position 2 as well. We'll do drone repair expert Coral Gables. All right, now this is a little smaller of a city here in Miami. And that's one thing that you want to think about as well when you are building these local affiliate sites. Don't just think of Miami as a whole. Here, as you can see in the map, there's a bunch of little cities, and you can see Coral Gables right here. There's a bunch of little cities within, what people think of as Miami. Most people, when they think of Miami, they think of this small little piece that you all see in the movies, which is, if you guys want to know where it's at, is literally this little strip right here is what most of you see in the movies. But obviously, Miami as a whole is way bigger than that. But yeah, where was I at? Here, drone repair Coral Gables. You can see 2 rankings here for that. Let's do drone repair expert Orlando. All right, I am right here. And this, I'll explain why this one looks like this as well, which I'm not even actually trying to rank for this. You can see it's not even optimized for the keyword, all right, which is a good sign. And if you were on the webinar where we talked about our 22K blueprint, you'll kind of understand why this is it. And I'll go over that here in a bit, why that's happening right now. Let's do Jacksonville. You can see here, and same thing. Look, I'm not even optimized for this keyword, and I'm showing up. Okay. Let's do, oh, look, let's do Miami Beach as well. All right. You can see here, boom, ranking right here. All right. So pretty much just about every little one of these cities in Miami, going all the way up through Florida, I'm ranking on. All right. And I'm slowly starting to drip into the other states as well. But here's one thing that I want to share with you as well. My initial keyword for this particular site was drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city. Okay. And if I come here to the whiteboard, I'll explain to you guys a little bit about what we talked about last time, which was how the 22K blueprint works. So we have your site here. Okay. And obviously, you're going to have your main pages like the About page, the Home page, the Services page, all the standard pages that it makes your site look like a legit site. I like adding a frequently asked questions page and a contact. The frequently asked question, this is optional, okay? I just like having it in case people, they have those frequently asked questions. I address them there, and it gives, it's a useful page that I like having there. So you have all of this on your site, but when it comes to actual ranking, you have the first 4 to 5 pages, the first 4 to 5 keywords that you're targeting, which is, your keyword number 1, your keyword number 2, your keyword number 3, your keyword number 4, and obviously these are targeting a different city each time, okay? And these pages are fully optimized, obviously, for your keyword. You have images on there, your videos if you have some. Your most optimized pages are these right here, okay? And obviously, um, you have your phone number on here. Now, one thing I do want to mention is the phone number. That can come later as well. All right, once you finally see that you start getting some rankings, then boom, you definitely start putting your affiliate phone number on this site so that you can start generating commissions. Obviously, you can have your other monetization on there if you're doing other monetization, like AdSense or anything else. You can have that on there. But these four to five initial pages, all right, that's what gets us started. All right. That's what's gonna get in there and start giving this site some authority. It's gonna start giving this site rankings, traffic, all of that. People are gonna start landing on this, clicking on the phone number, calling, all of that, and your site's gonna start bringing some authority. You're gonna have to obviously do your backlinking on these pages and start really building it up. All right, but then after that, you can start the level 2. Okay, and you do keyword number 5 and number 6 and number 7 and number 8, and obviously each of these are targeting different cities. All right, and then once you get to this point, your site is already starting to have even more authority. Okay, because now the site is growing. And one thing as well is here you have your blog. Okay, and you can have your blog starting to post informational content as well. So you have just articles here, article 1, article 2, article 3, and you could do maybe 1 or 2 a week so that the site is just growing while the targeting pages are growing as well. Okay, and this is exactly how I'm running my sites right now. And what I'm doing is with these article sites, linking, I'm using this as kind of like an internal link network to link to these. Okay, so I'm passing link juice to these pages with the blog articles. All right. But from here, now that the site is growing, like I said, your authority for this site starts to grow organically as well. You start to gain more trust with Google. Okay. And the syndication or the backlinking that you have to do for this layer is going to start to be less than this one. Okay, because again, you're starting to build authority. Google is starting to see you as an expert in that niche, so that when you now go to layer number 3 and you start targeting city number 9, city number 10, city number 11, city number 12, you're really starting to become a bigger authority niche site, instead of what we started at, which was a 4 to 5 page site. Now you're 3 layers deep and you have 12 different cities that you're targeting. But now by this stage, the backlinking that you have to do is even less, and you start ranking by just pure authority, because all these other ones start to rank, and then you start ranking without even trying. Okay, and when you get to this 13, 14, 15, 16, then it starts to get real easy for you guys, because now you start really becoming the expert, and you'll start to see that the deeper you get, the easier it's going to be for you to rank. And that's why where am I here, these, where was it, here's one, I'm not even ranking, I didn't even optimize this, I don't even know what page this is. Okay, and this one here, this is for a specific company in Jacksonville. Okay, if I click on it, look how much content is on here. All right, literally it's just the name of the company and their reviews. Okay, there's not even a phone number on here. All right, and this is obviously a different strategy, because I'm using a theme that allows me to add local businesses, which we talked about on a different call, but I don't want to get too much off on a tangent there. Okay, But you'll see, look, I'm not even trying there. Okay, where's that other one at? Here. This one, UCF Drone Repair. Okay, I think this is probably another local company as well. Yeah, it is. All right, look how much content is on here. Okay, there's literally zero content on here. All right, but because this site is growing, this site is always having new content posted, new pages posted. I'm starting to rank for things I'm not even targeting. Okay, cities I'm not even targeting. And look at this. Remember, my initial keyword was drone repair expert. All right, but if I now drop the expert and I just do, let me do just Miami, you'll see my site right here. It's lower in the page on page one, but I'm towards the middle of page one, but I'm ranking for an even shorter tail keyword. All right. Same thing with, let me drop the expert, Jacksonville, drone repair Jacksonville. All right. Here I go again. 2 rankings for that. And again, it's one of those that I'm not even really trying. These are pages that I'm not even optimizing for this keyword. Okay. Let's do now Naples. All right. Naples right here, 2 page 1 listings without the expert in it. Okay. And now let's do Orlando. Here it goes again. It's on position number 9. But again, it's the one I'm not even trying for this. All right. Is that making sense to you guys? What I just explained it? Sandeep is asking, Josh, do you start with only 4 keyword plus city pages? Why not more than 4, like 16, for example? It's just, that's how we kick things off. It's obviously a little quicker, a little easier, and then it just builds on itself over time. You can start with more, absolutely. Um, and you'll be able to start with more with what you see, with what we show you today. But if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, these first 4, for the sites I've been building, I've been doing manually. All right, so I sit there and I do these manually, and then after these are done manually, then I kick on the automation from this point forward. Okay, um, so that's how I'm doing it right now. I'm probably gonna get to the point where boom, I'll just build a new site and just kick it off in automation right from the start. But again, I'm not doing all of them at the same time. We do have some drip feeding going on, so um, these additional layers don't go out at the same time. Again, I want this site to grow organically and look like it's actually growing without the automation. Okay, because if I were to just come in here and blast 50 pages at once, it could work, but I don't want to risk the potential of raising some red flags, because it doesn't look natural for a site to go from 0 to just 50 pages right away. Okay. um, but again, if you guys want to try it out and let me know if it works out for you, absolutely. That's a good thing about SEO, that over time you guys will develop your own risk tolerance. You'll develop your own strategies, and you'll be able to, might push the pedal a little bit quicker than someone else, and that's totally okay. All right. Um, Homer is asking, do you start with the same keywords in each city? Yeah. So for the most part, all of these keywords are the same. So drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city, drone repair expert city. Um, and then I do mix and match some other additional keywords in there as well. So drone repair professional city, drone repair professional city, okay, and things like that. And I'll show you how all of that kind of works out once we jump into the actual demo. Okay. Someone's asking, am I selling drone repair? No, I am not selling drone repair. That was just a niche that I selected, but I do not have a drone repair service that I do myself. But it's one of the bigger niches out there, especially with so many people doing drone repair. Okay, excuse me, buying drones and doing drone services. So where was I at? All right, the case study. All right, so that's kind of how this is playing out. All right. Um, Now I want to show you guys how I'm going from, you know, idea and then just different things that I'm doing to speed up the process of actually building the site. All right. So many of you guys know that from the 22K per month blueprint that we are targeting pay per call offers. Okay, so that we get paid for every call that is done from our affiliate site. All right, and this is where you can pretty much find the offers that you can promote. One right here, right away, looks pretty good. Bathtub resurfacing. So I'm going to show you guys just a few tricks and tips that I've been using myself to, again, make this whole process quicker, faster, because that's, in my mind, that's how I want to do this. I want to streamline as much of this as possible. So let's take a look at this bathtub resurfacing one. That one looks like a interesting one, all right, because it's so niched down. All right. So let's go to the keywords explorer. Bathtub resurfacing. Let's search for that. Let's do search suggestions. All right. Boom, right away, look right here. Bathtub resurfacing San Diego. That looks good there. 200 searches a month. Houston, Miami, New York City. Man, look at all these cities. Who would have thought that bathtub refinishing and reglazing was so popular? Look at all Pittsburgh, Denver, Phoenix, Tampa, Atlanta, Dallas, Orlando, New Jersey, Austin, Fort Lauderdale. Man, look at all these cities. Portland. Jack, this looks like a winning niche right here, right away. Detroit, Milwaukee, Boston, Indianapolis, NYC. And you can see here that it's refinishing and reglazing. So all of these probably have both of those options, which goes back to whose question was it that was asking about the keywords? Rodney. All right, so you can target two different pages, one for bathtub refinishing San Diego, and then do one for bathtub reglazing San Diego. Okay, but look at this right here, right away. This one looks like a pretty good niche that we can target. All right. So what I would do here is go from here, and then I would go into done for you authority, okay, and find a domain. Oh, this was one that I was looking at earlier. So let's go with this one. If anyone's going into the mold niche, let's just go with this one here. So what I would do, just I guess pretend that this is a domain for bathtub reglazing that we found. All right. What I would do is I would get this domain. Then I would come here to the Wayback Machine. I would paste that into there. And then what the Wayback Machine does, it allows you to take a look at what that site used to look like. Okay, and you can see this site, this particular domain goes as far back as 2014. So I'm going to click on 2014 and see if I can come up with something. All right, so these blue circles, that means that anytime it's blue, it means that you can actually see what that site looked like at that time. All right, perfect. So this is one in the mold niche. All right, so what I would do is first I would come here to ChatGPT and I would ask it, I'm starting a new website offering mold removal and testing services. And then I would tell it, what do you need from me to write a home page article, an about us page article, and a services article. And then it's going to reply with what it needs from me. All right, so it's telling me, give me all this information. Whatever it says, I'm not really going to read through all of this. What I'm going to do is the following. Let me open up a Google Doc. I'm gonna do demo. All right. Where is that page? The Wayback Machine. Here. All right. So I'm gonna take all the content that's on here, everything, all of this. And I'm gonna paste it here. I'm gonna remove this stuff here that says read more. I'm going to, where's the, see there's a services page. Do they have our share our services? Let's see. Oh, look, services right here. Perfect. Mold remediation. Let me click on that. Boom. Look at that. Amazing. Look at all this content on here. And this is content that used to be on this site, and it talks about everything. All right. I have no idea what mold removal companies need or do or all the services that they provide. So I'm going to just paste all of this here. I'm going to remove all this stuff that says read more. All right, let me go back to this. Oh, maybe I should remove that recent article stuff. Yeah, let me remove that. All right, let me go back. See what else is here that I can take. Oh, look, it's right here, our services. So boom, I can click on mold testing as well. Copy all of this. I wonder if that's the same thing. Seems like it's the same thing. Let me see. Huh, doesn't look like it. All right, let me go back. This is all free content that you guys can use. Okay, the site does not exist anymore. All right, about us. See if there's anything specifically about us. Perfect. Here we go. Services we offer. Oh, whoops. All right. And let's see if there's anything on the contact us page. Well, not much there. Perfect. So I think that with this, we should be good. All right. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to bring it back to GPT, and I'm just going to paste all of that in there. All right. Paste that in there. And look, usually I prompt it. I forgot to put the prompt because this isn't enough for a home page or an about us page or any of that stuff. So what I would do from here, and I'll write, please write me a, and I don't know why I'm always so polite to ChatGPT. I'm not sure if you guys do the same thing, but you say please and all that, thank you and all that, like you're talking to a real person. But please write me a home page article based on all the information that I just provided. All right, and there you go. This is a much better homepage. All right. And then I would take this and I would paste that there, and I would put, please write me a services article based on the information I just provided. All right. And then I'll do the same thing for an about us. And there you go. Look, within what, 5 minutes, we were able to get all the information that we need to get our initial pages up and running using ChatGPT. However, obviously, I'm not going to take this content as is. All right, I would most likely either have it rewritten with my bypass platform or even Spin Rewriter to change things up. But what I'm going to do instead, I'm not going to go through that part of the process. I'll go through it with kind of a services page so you guys can see how I do that. But does this make sense how quickly you guys can use the content from the domain that was on there before with this? Someone is saying, I do the same thing. Yeah. Someone said, I don't understand. You are writing a page with services, etc., but you are not a real company. If people click on this, they won't get anyone. Will they? No. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm borrowing, since I don't want to sit here and write about mold or have to do any research about mold or have to pay someone to write something about mold. I want to leverage AI. But to get the thing about AI and ChatGPT is that the more information that you give it, it's going to write you a better response back. So if I just came in here and wrote, hey, write me an about us page for a mold company, it might not write as good as this because I provided it with a ton of information. All right, now it might have it might be optimized automatically for the specific city that this company was in, since I just copied and pasted it. I didn't even bother removing any content at all. But that's fine. Once I get to publish it on my site, I can edit all that stuff. Okay, and obviously this, if once they land on the site, I'm not monetizing it with the actual mold service. I don't have a mold company, which comes back to Offer Vault. These companies here are willing to pay you this amount to generate calls for them. Okay, so you are a pay-per-call affiliate, which means that if someone lands on your website and calls your phone number, you're gonna get paid this amount. Okay, so hopefully that clears things up a little bit. Yeah, and this is all before you can do all of this before you get the actual number. Okay, because even when you apply for the number, I think it takes maybe like 1 or 2 days for them to issue you the phone number. And with some of these, it may take 1 to 2 weeks to actually get approved. With LeadSmart, I actually had to apply twice. The first time they didn't even bother getting back to me, so I submitted a second application and I said, "Hey, this is my second time applying. I didn't hear back the first time. Within 24 hours, they approved me." Okay, some of these on here haven't even gotten back to me yet. So, but the good thing is that the niches that I'm in right now, LeadSmart has all of them. So I haven't tried. I think I've tried eLocal and maybe one more, but since LeadSmart let me in, boom, I'm good with that one. All right. No, someone is saying, but they won't give you the offer until you have traffic. No, absolutely not. I applied for these with to LeadSmart without even. I think I had just started my site, but I didn't request the number right away. I think I requested the number a couple of weeks after, just because I didn't need it right then and there. Okay. So where are we? All right, we're in ChatGPT. So now that we have all of our main pages, except we can make it do for a contact us page, but you saw that they didn't have much on the contact us page, so it can be something very simple for that. Let's do optimize. Please write an article offering our services to Pittsburgh to the So what I'm writing here is, please write an article offering our services to the city of Pittsburgh and optimize the content for mold removable Pittsburgh. All right, here we go. Now, this is where the exciting parts happen, okay? And I want you guys to pay attention here now, because what I'm doing now is I'm putting together content for the actual pages that we're going to be getting ranked. All right. Let's see. Oh, I think there was one thing that I wanted to show you guys as well, because that this domain that I was looking for was that I found was pretty cool. Because just take a look at this. All right. When I Googled it, someone has already done a press release for this. All right. This domain is listed on a press release site, and look, there's a backlink to it here. So if you guys haven't picked up that part of the Done For You Authority, you definitely want, because these are the kind of domains that you can find. All right. Perfect. So Pittsburgh, let me copy this. Now I'm going to take this into Spin Rewriter. All right. And I do have a special deal for everyone on here for Spin Rewriter, where you guys get a huge discount plus 14 days free access. And they just released their AI version, which is pretty cool. And I'll show you what some of these things, what it does, some of the AI stuff. So the first thing that it does is it allows you to rewrite the paragraphs with AI. So the one thing that you never really want to do is take content directly from ChatGPT. It's going to get flagged right away from anyone that from any company that has an AI detector. Obviously, Google has an AI detector. They're all kind of starting to crack down on just raw AI content. All right, so you may want to sit here and rewrite this with AI. They do have this built in. If you have access to bypass, you can do it with bypass as well. The cool thing with this is that it allows you to choose what you want rewritten. So what I usually do sometimes is just do the paragraphs on like the headlines and stuff. I leave alone. Okay, so you can do rewrite this paragraph. All right, and it'll rewrite it. And then you can do this one. So you can pick and choose which ones you want. Rewrite. And you can sit here and do all the ones that you want. Usually, like I said, I'll do just the actual content, and any of the headlines that it wrote for me, I'll leave alone. So I'll do that, and then I'll use the different variations that I just picked. Now, what Spin Rewriter is going to do, the main step that I want is to turn this into a spinnable article. Okay, and I'll show you why here. Now, what I do is this is usually set and the recommended one. So I use synonyms that are reliably correct. What I want is the least one for me personally, because I want the one that's most readable. So it's only going to use the synonyms that are definitely correct. I want this to be as high quality of an article as possible, even though I'm still spinning the article. Okay, but I just want to be able to ensure that I can always have totally unique content when it's being published on my site. Okay, and sometimes I'll protect the keywords. So mold, kind of the keywords that I'm optimizing for. So mold, and the name of the company. So whatever name of this company was, what was it? Merit. Yeah, Merit. Just so it doesn't change around the name of the company sometimes, especially if it's something that has synonyms. All right, so I'll click OK, and then I'll click next step. And now what it's doing is it's finding the best synonyms for this article. All right, and the good thing about this is that this is in version 14, I think, at this point. So it's very smart, and it can understand the meaning of each word in the context that it's in. So it knows the difference between booking a flight when you book a flight or when you're reading a book. So it's gotten to the point that it's really smart. And with their latest AI changes, it can really rewrite some pretty cool things and do some pretty cool things. So here I'm gonna do final step. And now it's actually what that step was before is it would actually allow me to sit there and pick and choose the synonyms that I wanted to do. I'm too lazy to sit there and do that. All right. and the content that I ranked the drone repair site with, it's the most basic content available. I think when I first did that, it might have been a PLR content. I might have paid a writer to write one piece of content, and I used that. Perfect. So this is what I want. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this. And now we're going to jump into ZERP. Okay. So if you haven't been paying attention, flip over right now to your screen, because now we are going to jump into ZERP. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to take this article and automate. Where is that? All of this that I shared with you before. Okay. So I'm going to take one piece of content and just set it on fire for all of this stuff. Okay, and then you're never going to have to touch that site ever again. Obviously, you could go in there and tweak different things. If you once you start seeing that one page is ranking better than the other one, then you will want to go in there and make changes, add some better monetization, or kind of do different things. But that's a conversation for another day. So let me go into ZERP. Where is it? Here we go. So this is how we have automated the entire process for SEO, okay? And especially what you guys are gonna see, oops, I have to log in, which is these local sites, these local affiliate sites that we are building. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do is add your actual site. To do this, I won't go too much into this because it's a very simple process. You have to first download our ZERP WordPress plugin, and then what you do is you come here, you put your website URL, you put the username, and you put the password. If you have the ZERP plugin installed, it's gonna check that you do have it, and it's gonna give you the green light, like you see here. So you can see these are all green lighted. If it's not installed, it'll tell you, and you won't be able to create a project with that. But once it is installed, you go here to projects, you hit this plus sign here, you choose, you give it a name. So we'll do mold demo, click next, and I'll just select one of these sites here. All right. If the site isn't already set up, you can perform the site setup. So what this is going to do is it'll allow you to set a site title, set a site tagline, and it's also going to install and activate the following on your WordPress site. So it's going to install the 2021 theme. It's going to install the XML sitemaps. It's going to install the Total Cache plugin. It's going to install Monster Insights, and it's going to install the all-in-one SEO plugin. All right. So on top of doing everything else, it will do a lot of this setup for you if you haven't already done it. Okay. I'm going to turn that to off now as well, to turn it off since this site is already set up. But yeah, it will do a lot of that setup that takes a long time to do as well, where you're installing plugins and all that stuff. It'll do that for you too. Now, the next step is that it will create users for you. Now, this is important as well because, again, once this website starts growing and it gets bigger and you get into the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 pages, if you have 100 pages and they're all attributed to just one author, again, that starts to look unnatural. Okay, because once a site gets really big, typically you have multiple authors on that site. So that's what this does. All right, this option allows you to generate a specific number of users so that each user can be attributed to all of these pages and all this content that's being written for you. Okay. And you can have it either create an email address using the actual WordPress domain, or different email providers, or a mix of the two. All right, it's totally up to you. And here you can actually give the usernames a prefix. So you can do something like mold expert, and then it'll use mold expert John, or John the mold expert, stuff like that. So you can put the mold expert here as well, and it'll rotate through whatever username prefix you put here, and however many here, each of them will rotate through that, so that it'll be mold expert Chris, mold expert John, mold expert Mary, all those different things, so that you still have some of your keyword into the author name as well. All right, click next. And this is where the magic happens, guys. So get prepared, because we have totally blown this out of the water when it comes to hyper targeting your keywords, which what our entire 22,000 per month blueprint is based around. Now, obviously, you can see that we have every country imaginable in here. But we obviously want to focus on the US. Okay, so we have the US here. So if I click this to open up the US, yep, we have every single state in here. This database alone cost me over $10,000. Okay, because the amount of data that we have in here for every single country is insane. All right, so now say that, let me see, where were we at here? So we chose San Diego, Houston, Miami, NYC, Tucson, Pittsburgh, Denver. So I can go through, and let's say I identified my first 4 keywords. I can find those. If I click down to the actual state, you'll see that every single city is in here. So since there's so many, what I do is I just control search. I do Miami, and I search. I'll probably select all of these too: Miami Shores, Miami Springs. And that's the good thing as well, that many of you are probably going to be targeting cities that you don't know what the name of the inner cities are. All right, so that's what's good about this, is that you can select not only the Miami as a whole, but you can target Miami Beach, Miami Gardens, Miami Lakes, Miami Shores, Miami Springs, which are all different cities within Miami. Okay, the bigger county of Dade has all these cities in it. All right, and let's see what else we got in here. We can do, where's Orlando? Orlando. And if I did want to go deeper, if you want to also optimize by zip code, you can as well, since we have all the zip codes built into here as well. But for this particular demo, I'm not going to be targeting by zip code, even though they're all selected, but I'll show you how you optimize all of this automatically after. All right, so we'll leave that alone for Florida for now. Let's go to, let's see, Arizona. All right. And what I've been doing lately as well is this. So I'll do top cities, look, in Kentucky. And then what I'll do is I'll just pick these here. And what I've been doing is kind of picking some that are less populated, and start with there, since those will most likely be less competitive. So in my mind, I'm targeting these that most people probably shy away from. So Fort Mitchell, 8,700 people live there. Taylor Mill, 6,900 people live there. Wilmore, 6,000 people live there. So I'm remember, guys, I'm starting. What I want is, over time, I want this effect as quickly as possible. Okay. So like I said, these are, I do these manually for now, what I've been doing. But then when I'm setting up the automation, I'm personally starting with these smaller cities. So I'll go, all right, what are the top cities in Kentucky? And then I'll look through here and I'll find them inside of ZERP. So look, this one, Taylor Mill, 6,900 people. The competition in Taylor Mill, Kentucky is probably on the ground, if not underground. Okay, so let's see, Kentucky. I'll click find Taylor Mill right there. All right. And I'll do that for, whatever state that I want to target these additional pages for. Okay, so then I'll do, Let's do Kansas. You guys can see that I've done Kansas and I've done Kentucky. All right, same thing here. And yeah, I'll select some of the more populated ones as well. But look here, you have Leawood, Great Bend, and I like those that have 2 keywords as well, because again, the more keywords that you add, the less competitive it's going to be. But remember, over time, all of this starts to have that ripple effect where your authority is going to start growing to the point where you will default back to the harder cities without that much effort. Okay, which you guys saw that I'm not some of these, so some of those keywords I'm not even optimized for. The pages don't even have content on them at all. And it's because that site is already built authority. It's built, it's got so many pages on it. All right. Oh yeah, so here, Fort Scott, DeSoto, look at all these smaller cities. Okay, so that's usually how I go about picking these, because again, you can come in here and select. There's so many options that I need to have some form of structure to start, because I'm tempted to come in here and select all the cities, but I want to be a little bit more calculated with my targeting, so that when I circle back and create more campaigns, I can be again more calculated when I start going after the more populated cities. All right, but you guys see how powerful this is so far? All I'm doing is showing you how quickly you can come in here and select the cities that you want to target. Steven is asking, does each site have its own telephone number? Yes. So with LeadSmart, all you do is when you go in and you request a new phone number, and they're gonna ask you what niche it's for. So you select the niche, you request the phone number, and then boom, that when you go into your dashboard, you'll see that you have the niche that you selected and the phone number. So now let's just leave those selections there. All right, now here's where the magic happens. All right, get ready, guys. Let me click next here. All right. And this is, oh, well, we're not at the magic yet. All right, this is part of the magic. So here is where I'm gonna put the keywords that I want to target for this campaign. So we'll do mold remediation, or let's just this as an example. No, yeah, let's leave it at mold remediation. Mold remediation. Click enter, mold removal. And this goes back to, I think it was Rodney's question. If I target more than one keyword, this is where that magic happens. This is where that automation happens. Because remember what I said, that if the keyword bathtub refinishing San Diego has search volume, then you can see here that bathtub reglazing, I'm sure that bathtub reglazing San Diego also has search volume. And same with all of these. All of these cities are going to have most likely 2 different type of search results. You can actually even expand that to 4, because some people will add the state after it. You can see here bathtub excuse me, bathtub refinishing Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, so you can expand that to 4 different um, 4 different keywords. Okay, so let me go here back here. So mold remediation, mold removal. We'll leave at that for now. Okay. Oh no, there was one mold. I could do mold. Nah, I could do mold testing as well, but I'll probably do that. I could do that for another campaign, since that's kind of the same but sort of different. It can be kind of a whole niche on its own. So mold remediation, mold removal. Click next. And this is where the magic happens, guys. All right. So that content that I spun over here inside of Spin Rewriter, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come here and I'm just going to paste that in here. All right. Now, here, the first option here is type. Okay. So you can either do posts or pages. I prefer to do pages, and I leave the posts on the blog I like to have as posts. So here, the title. All right, so this is going to be the title of every page that Zerp creates for me. And here you can see we have short codes. This is what allows you to set the entire strategy on autopilot. So I'm going to copy this keyword. I'm going to put that there, and you can see that these pop up right away. So keyword in, and then you have the city and the state. Okay, the city and the state gets pulled from what I selected on the geolocation tab. The keyword gets pulled from everything from all the keywords that I put on the keywords tab. So what's going to happen here is that ZERP is going to create a new page for every single keyword that I put in the keywords tab. So on there, I only put 2 for now. And again, it's going to make 2 pages for every city that I selected. So it's going to do mold remediation. It's going to create a page for mold remediation Miami, and it's also going to create a page for mold removal Miami, because I have 2 keywords on the keyword tab, and I'm not sure how many locations I selected, but it's going to go through. It's going to do 2 pages for every city that I selected. Does that make sense? All right. Peter is saying, I fear a Google hammer. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll show you how you can kind of fly under the radar with that once we get to the scheduling tab. Okay, because again, I mentioned this before. I kind of, my risk tolerance is not as high as well, because I've been hit with Google hammers before, and it's not fun. So I like to drip feed this out. I like my sites to grow slowly than just hitting it with an insane amount of sites. That can happen later on. Once the site starts building authority, then you can ramp up how much and how fast you start to publish, out here. Okay, so this many layer, at least for me, my risk tolerance is that I can ramp things up a little bit more once I'm, way out here. But yeah, great. It's okay to have that fear, okay? Because again, at the end of the day, there's nothing. Google can wake up tomorrow and say, "Hey, you know what? I don't like XYZ, and we're releasing an update," just like they recently released an AI content update. Okay. Um, so, all right, now that we have that in there, let's optimize the actual content, because we can do the same thing. All of these short codes can be used not only in the title, but also in the content area. All right, so obviously you always want to have your keyword. I probably won't do it here at the top, but I just kind of want to show you guys an example. So if it might be a little bit tough to see, but remember, ChatGPT optimized. This is the actual title that I wrote for me. So instead of just leaving it static like that, I'm changing that part to the short code. So keyword in city. I'll probably remove that. You'll see why once I hit a preview. It's probably going to look funky to have the title and then have this here as well. So I'll just probably remove that after. So let's go ahead and find here. We always want to have the keyword in the first sentence as well. So let me go ahead and see where it used it here in the first sentence. Mold removal in Pittsburgh. So I used it in the last line. So let me find that on here. Here it goes. Mold removal in Pittsburgh. All right. And look, it spun it with the actual keywords in there. But I wanted to filter through the cities as well. So I replaced that optimization that ChatGPT did for me in the first paragraph, and I changed it to the short codes so that, again, it's going to be creating a new piece of content for me for each city and each keyword that I selected. So this is probably a header. So I'll do H2 there. Here it goes again. Here's another optimization that ChatGPT did for me, but I'm going to change it to the short codes so that it covers all the locations that I'm selecting. All right, and this is probably another header, so I'm going to do H3 there. And then you can sit here and optimize these a little bit better as well, because these seems like they're bullet points. yeah, so these are bullet points. So this is the complete, what you see is what you get editor. So you can add bullet points if you want to really ensure that every content. Oh, wait, I think that one's actually phone numerical, and then the bottom one is. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. And the reason that I'm investing the time to do this now is because, again, I don't want to. This is going to be completely on autopilot once this is done. So I'm optimizing this article once, and you'll see that from this point forward, I won't have to do it ever again. Our Pittsburgh mold removal services. So here, I'll probably leave this one as is because I don't want to, over optimize this content either. All right, and these are the bullet points. So there's bullet point 1. Bullet point 2, and look here, mold removal Pittsburgh. There's an optimization for me there. So I'm going to change that. Contact merit. And here's the last one here, the mold removal Pittsburgh. All right. Now here as well, you can also add your phone number if you have it. Okay. If not, it's fine. You can always, again, add it towards the top of your, using your theme and have it plastered all over no matter what page or what post someone lands on, the phone number is the first thing people see. All right. But I think, oh, no, wait, at this point now, you can add images as well. So I'm going to hit search. Wait, but before that, I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste it here. The reason for that is because I have clumsy fingers. And yesterday, I don't know what I clicked, and it completely refreshed everything, and everything that I did was gone. All right. So let me search here, and you can do, since this is talking about homes and stuff, I'll come here and I'll select some of these. Let me see what shows up if I click mold. Yeah, that doesn't look like mold at all. So I'll do home or house as well. I selected that already. Select that. All right, I think that's good there. And then here there's a settings tab, and I'm going to have it, you can do a minimum number of images and a maximum number of images. So I'll do 1 and 2. I'll hit close. So I selected 17 images, and here you can also add videos. So if you have videos of your own on YouTube, maybe you're doing a combo where you are trying to rank for your niche site, but also ranking videos, you can add your YouTube video URL here. Or if you have more than one, you can add more than one, and then it will rotate through those and add those into the pages as well. All right. Or you can just search just to have additional content on this mold, how to get rid of mold, DIY mold remediation step by step, how to kill mold with vinegar. So we can select all of these. Best mold removal products, DIY mold removal, how to kill mold in 3 minutes. Now, obviously, most people are not going to go through this process when they're landing on your site, but it's just a way to provide them with a better experience, keeping them on your site longer, and obviously giving Google what they want, which is having more media on your site. So I'm going to close that. So I selected 17 images, 12 videos. All right, you can also have your business schema markup on here. So you will be able to use ZERP for your clients as well. So if they do have their own, local actual business, and they have a Google business listing, and you want to add their business schema markup, you can activate that and then just fill out all the schema stuff there. Obviously, we're not doing that because we're building affiliate sites. But here you have post interlinking as well. Now this, again, remember how I told you that I'm interlinking a lot of this content just to kind of pass link juice from one page and one post to the next. We automated that process here as well. So you can put different keywords here. So I'm putting mold remediation, removal, mold remediation, and then I also sprinkled it here, or something like services, and just some random keywords, and then it's gonna automatically interlink all of this content for me as well. All right. Now let me go ahead and hit preview just so you guys can see. All right, there you go. So the title is automatically optimized. All right, this one I might probably make this headline a little smaller, probably remove some of those words. But you can see overall, all right, looks pretty good. If I hit generate again, now it did a different city. All right. If I generate again, did a different city and different keyword. All right. Generate again, different city. All right. So that's what's going to happen every time. And it's obviously going to look a lot better on your actual domain, because on your website, because your page isn't this wide. All right. So it's going to look a little bit better. But you can see, and the more that I hit generate, all right, it changes the city based on the cities that I selected. All right. And look, this one is showing the video. All right. So does that make sense to you guys now? How I literally just edited one piece of content, and it's going to target the keywords and the locations that I just set. All right. But now we still have to schedule this. Okay. Oh, no, you can also enable automatic syndication. All right. So we are obviously integrated with my SynLab account. So if you did want to automatically enable that, all you got to do is click yes, and then you would just select which account you want to send it to. And inside of SynLab, we also have groups that you can create. So this comes down to, if you do have separate social accounts for each site, you can set them all up in groups, or even for different clients, you can set all of that up so that anytime the syndication process is happening, it's being sent to the correct social sites. All right, so you can select that, and then all you'd have to do is just enter the title, the blog content, the bookmark content, the social content to be used that's going to be sent out. And then you also have to ensure that you put URL. We do have a URL tag. So you can put, whenever you fill this out, you put the URL there to ensure that you do get that backlink when it's being syndicated. Same thing here, and then the same thing here for social content. I'm not going to go through this now because I want to show you guys the schedule process, but it's very simple to come in here and set up the SynLab syndication. And again, you set it up once, and it's going to happen every single time. So anytime a page gets published, boom, it's going to be automatically sent to your SynLab account, and you're going to immediately get 10, 15, 20, however many social accounts you have set up with SynLab, all of that syndication right away. Okay, automatically. All right, click next. And this is where you can schedule the option. So you can do either number of days or minimum maximum per day. All right. The one thing you do want to make sure that once you set this and once you start this project, this can't be changed. All the other stuff you can come in here and edit, but once you select the schedule type, that won't be able to be changed. I like doing a minimum and a maximum per day. All right. Oh, so it looks like I selected here. Yeah, this wasn't showing before, but now it's showing. I can do a maximum of 16 due to the combination of location and keywords that I've entered. So I didn't select as many keywords as I thought. So I can do 16 total. All right. And minimum, maximum per day. I'm gonna do 1 minimum post per day and 2 posts per day. Or what you can do is number of days if you want to drip feed this a little bit more. So if there's 16 posts total, I'll do something like 45 days, so that again it's drip feeding that over time and it's not growing the site too fast. So I'll leave it like that, 16 posts total, 45 days. Or I might even do double that. So let's do like 60 days. Click next. All right. And this is the summary of this particular project. So it's going to post to one site. I'm not customizing the settings because again, this site is already set up. It's going to create 10 users for this site. And then the geolocation, I'm targeting 8 cities and 131 zip codes. But again, I didn't optimize for the zip codes. The deepest optimization that I went was the cities. If I did want to include zip codes, I can, but for this project, I'm just going to target the cities. I entered 2 keywords, and again, the most detailed geolocation short code used is city. I selected 17 dynamic images to rotate from, 12 videos to rotate from. I did not enable schema, and it's making 16 posts, posting over 60 days. Okay. At this point, all I have to do is hit save and start, and this project is going to take off. All right. I'm not going to start this one because I have a campaign already running on this site, but I'm just going to hit save and I'll leave that there for, I'll come back and, spend a little bit more time and activate this, when I'm actually targeting cities that I actually want to target. Okay. But let me just show you what some of this looks like. Okay. Look, this particular project, it's going to make 385 posts for me. It's already done 11 for me. And I went through that same process, but look at this. Now it's here. It gives you a summary of everything that it's done. So it's posted to WordPress and then it syndicated it. It posted to WordPress and it syndicated. It posted to WordPress and it syndicated it for me. Posted to WordPress, syndicated. 11 of these. And it's got a long way to go. Okay, 385 different combinations of keywords and cities that this is going to target for me. All right, are you guys seeing how powerful this is? All right, Rodney is saying, how many projects can you do in a week? We'll talk about all of that here shortly. Robbie is saying, will this create opt-in landing pages? No, it will not create this is all based around the 22K blueprint that we released last month. This is all creating sites and pages and posts for us that are targeting what we talked about here. So we're creating the site, we're optimizing for different cities, and then you just set this thing on fire. And look at that, 385 posts for this particular project. All right, let me look at this one here that I started recently as well. This one is going to do 132, and it's done 2 for me so far. Okay, I think I started this one maybe 2-3 days ago. All right, and I have one more site that I have to come in here and set up as well. But I mean, that's it, guys. Look how powerful that is, right? You can come in here. I'm going back into that project that I set up. I want to select a few more cities so that you guys can see, because I only set up 16. But you can do way more. All right. And you saw that those other projects where I spent a little bit more time being a little bit more calculated and not having to be talking at the same time. I set up 385 posts with one and 132 with the other one. That's without me having to touch it. All right, that's it. I'm done. I don't have to touch those sites for a while. Okay, unless once I start seeing, again, my plans, once I start seeing the authority growing over time, I can have two projects running simultaneously. Okay, so I have two projects, and I'll probably drip feed the second project a little longer, just so it's, again, my risk tolerance is, it's not as high right now, because I've been hit with Google updates before, and it's not fun. Okay. But yeah, that is ZERP in a nutshell. It has completely automated our entire process. Okay, so I do see that you guys have a lot of questions, but I also want to jump into the special Black Friday deal that we have. How many of you are ready to get your hands on this and be able to do exactly what I showed you for your own sites? And again, it doesn't, although this particular demo that I did is based all around our 22,000 local affiliate marketing blueprint. You can do it for just regular affiliate sites as well. You just don't optimize for location. Okay, when you're setting up the projects, you just skip locations and you only use the keyword shortcode. Perfect, awesome. So a ton of you are ready to get your hands on this. Let's go ahead and jump into this. All right. So the exclusive Black Friday special, I'll run through this quickly. Um, this is everything you're getting. You're getting the ZERP discounted membership. Obviously, all of you are here going to get a discounted price. You're going to be able to get 75 AI writer credits. This is only if you use our built-in AI writer. You guys, I showed you how I use ChatGPT and avoid having to do this. So you can disregard the AI credits if you use the strategy that I just showed you of leveraging ChatGPT and Spin Rewriter and all of that. So those credits don't really matter. Number of sites allowed. Typically, I was gonna allow just 20 sites for those of you that are on here, but I'm tripling that for you guys. You're gonna be able to add 60 sites on here. Number of projects that you can create. This goes back to someone that was asking how many projects. I was gonna do 50, but you guys that are on here for this exclusive Black Friday special, you're gonna do 150 different projects that you can create. And the number of posts within each project, I was gonna limit it to 100 because, as you can see, the more users that we have inside of ZERP, the more people that are creating these type of projects, the more that our servers get hammered. And obviously we can't just let everyone go crazy with this, because it would obviously affect everything and everyone and every user. Okay, but you will be able to do up to 300 posts per project, and you'll be able to schedule settings. I was going to do 14 days, but you'll be able to do up to 45 days out. Okay, I may increase this, probably do 60, so you guys can increase that a little bit more and drip feed your post a little more. But on top of that, you're going to also be able to use ZERP for your clients as well. So you're going to be getting agency rights as this special Black Friday special. Like I said, I did get you guys free access to Spin Rewriter as well, the AI version. This is an old slide here, but you're getting the AI version for a full 14 days. And on top of that, you're getting a 50% discount if you do decide to keep it. Okay. Which you guys saw how I recommend that every one of you keep it, because you saw how simple it is to come in here and turn one article into hundreds. Okay. You're also going to get access to the entire, I always get asked about this, and we do charge extra for this because it did cost me an arm and a leg to access the entire world database. And you guys, everyone that's on here, you're going to get access to the entire global database of locations for worldwide rankings. Now, remember, guys, obviously our 22K blueprint is based all around offers in the US. So most of these here are US based offers. But if you guys are offering services to your clients, okay, and you are in a different country, all right, you can come in here, and as a free bonus, you guys are going to get access to the entire world, okay, all the countries from A to Z, okay, we could have totally, sold that as its own upgrade, all right, but you guys are getting that this is easily a $3,000 value, okay. um, you're also gonna get free access to all the built-in languages that we have. Okay, this comes back to if you do want to use our AI writer, which I didn't even get a chance to show you guys, but we do have an AI writer in here. If you click this generate button, you'll see that we have all these languages built in here. If you did want to use our AI writing engine, you can. You just select the language that you want, the niche, you type in the niche that you want, and you give it some topics that you want it to write for you. All right. And again, that will take some credits if you do decide to do that. But again, that's optional. You guys saw that if you have a ChatGPT account, you can do that for free. All right. And you guys are going to get free access to SynLab Agency. Okay, this is going to allow you to automate the syndication part of your campaign so that you're not having to try and keep up with ZERP and having to manually submit your syndication to SynLab. Okay, so you're getting all of this, all right, together, bundled up. Now, normally, this is the actual price, 497 per year. We launched ZERP for the first time, I think, 2 years ago, and this is what people pay. Okay, these are the public prices for what we are offering here: 497 per year or 297 for 6 months. However, we do have a huge Black Friday discount, something I've never done for this platform because you guys, I mean, just you guys see the automation that this does for you and the amount of resources that it takes to run a platform like this. It's through the roof. It's one of our more expensive platforms that we have to maintain, upkeep, and all of that because of the intensity and how much automation it does for you. So we are offering a $270 Black Friday discount. So you can get it right now for just $227. Definitely don't go to the public bundle page because that is the price. These are the prices that are on there. The only way that you can get this price is through the link that I'm about to drop in the chat box. There is no other option. There is no public sales page. The link that I'm going to drop is going to take you directly to checkout. There is no other way to get access to it. This is truly an exclusive Black Friday deal. Okay, the only catch is that there is only 50 uses of the discount. You can see here the discount code is Black Friday 2023. It gives you a $270 discount. I could only do it for 50 people. Okay, there are over 220 of you on here live right now, so these are going to sell out really fast. Okay, so how many of you are ready? Tell me that you want the link in the chat box. All right. Perfect. Tons of options coming in. Yeah, there's a bunch of questions, so I will be getting to the questions now. All right, a bunch of you are asking for the link, so these first 50 are gonna go quickly, guys. And I've told you before, if you've ever been on any of my um, webinars, my deals are truly limited and they do sell out. Okay, and we can again. This is one of our more popular platforms that we have, and one of our more uh, intensive platforms that we have. All right, so I'm going to put the link in the chat box now. And if it's anything like any of my previous sessions, it takes maybe 10-15 minutes for the spots that I have available to sell out. So make sure that you do jump in there. I just posted the link. If it doesn't show up in the chat box, the link is launchspecial.com/Black Friday. All right. And if I go to it myself, just to make sure that the coupon is working, you can see 227. The coupon automatically applies. You can see I set it up because there is no sales page for this. There is no public offering for this. This is exclusive for my customers. No one else can get access to this. And again, that's why there's no sales page. The only way that you can get access to it is by going to the link in the chat box, or if you're looking at the screen, it's this here, launchspecial.com/Black Black Friday. Now, one popular question that I always get, are there any upgrades? There is one optional upgrade, okay? And I'll talk about that now, which is our Done For You Suite 5.0, okay? But you will be getting a trial to try this out. If you do want us to also do all of your backlinking for you, then you will want to pick up this upgrade. All you got to do is put $1 down and you'll get instant access to it, and you'll get some credits so you can try us out, where we will do all of your backlinking for you. We'll do your social syndication. We'll do your Web 2.0s, wiki backlinks. We'll build even local citations for you. Pretty much every kind of backlink that you can think of, we will do for you. So that is the one optional upgrade. Obviously, it's totally optional. You don't need it. If you have your own backlinking system, you can do that as well. Let me see. I think I did have the order page for Done For You Suite here somewhere. Here we go. Where is it? Yeah, we're in version 5.0 of Done For You Suite as well. Oh, we'll do Google Maps embedding for you guys as well. There's so much that we do for you that I forget a lot of times. Done For You Google My Business citations as well to skyrocket local rankings. So this works perfectly with our strategy as well. Done For You Twitch embeds. All right. For those of you that like to do videos, we added 200 high authority domains. Let me see, we do YouTube video embeds for you as well. All right, we do Facebook post embeds, Pinterest pin embeds. Pinterest is a great place to get backlinks, and we'll do even more backlinking by embedding that for you. Twitter embeds, TikTok embeds. All right, we added 15 Done For You private blog network domains into that. And we also integrated ChatGPT to have even better content going out with your campaign. So that is the one optional upgrade. Again, you don't need it. It's totally optional if you do that. But I do know that many of you would prefer for us to do your backlinking for you. So I did want to have that option in there. But if not, at the very least, pick up this ZERP special, because this discount here, 227, is not going to be around for long. I might keep it up maybe until I think Sunday at midnight PST, or until the first 50 sell out. So we'll see when that. Oh, awesome. Ton of you are in already. Perfect. So now let me switch over to the chat box and see what questions you guys have. And if you guys don't, if I don't send out the replay or any of that stuff, it's because all of the spots sold out. Okay, so if you do message my support desk and they don't give you the replay, or they tell you sorry, the spot's sold out, that's probably why. Okay, so Shola is in, Michael is in, Lynn is in. Awesome. Oh, JJ is asking, how is this different than your auto blogger? Great question. So that there is a big difference there. So auto blogger does not have any of those options where you can optimize by city. It doesn't have this database built into it. But auto blogger does play a role. That's where this comes in for me. Okay, this part here, where I'm posting helpful content for my visitors to get even more, to get the site growing even more, and then I'm auto linking to the pages. That's where this comes in. All right. John Pierre is asking if I can show what's included again, please. Yes, absolutely. So you are going to get full access to ZERP. You're going to get the discount. You're going to get 75 AI writer credits if you do decide to use our built-in AI writer. You're going to be able to use it on up to 60 different sites. You're going to be able to create up to 150 different projects. and the number of posts per project is up to 300, and the post scheduling settings is up to 45 days. I'm going to go ahead and increase this to 60. Or you know what? I'm going to have my developer do that for up to 6 months. We'll do that. All right, just so that you guys can have that. If you are maxing out up to 300 posts, you could have that option to drip feed a little bit longer. I should have seen this before, that this was a little too low for those of you that do decide to do 300. So I'll up that for you guys. You're going to get the agency rights, so that if you do want to use this for your clients, you're getting that as well. You're going to get free 14 days access to Spin Rewriter, so that you can do exactly what I showed you on this call. And you're going to get free access to the entire global database for those of you that would like to target other countries. You're going to get access to all the built-in languages that we have if you want to have use this on different languages, which you totally can. You're going to get free access to SynLab Agency. And obviously, you're going to get the huge discount, because the public price for these bundles is $497. But you guys can get a huge $270 Black Friday discount for only 227 bucks right now. But again, the first 50 only can get access to that, and it looks like at the very least, just at a quick glance, at least 20 of them are gone already. Yes. Oh, great question. Lindley is asking, is the 227 per year still applicable? Yes, you are locked in at 227. Next year, it's not going to go up to 497. This is locked in. Okay. And again, there was hundreds of people that have bought these prices. Okay. Philip is great question. How is ZERP different than Simplify? It's a bit of an updated version and rebranded version. So if you have Simplify, it's pretty much the same thing, except for we did unlock I think the global database inside of ZERP. So it's pretty much a rebranded, a bit tweaked up version of Simplify. Flo is asking, who do I recommend for hosting? D9 hosting, it's a great option. I have a dedicated server with them. I have so many servers that it's insane. But if you're looking for just a simple website hosting, D9 hosting is a great option. And anytime, well, not anytime, but a lot of the times that you email in their support, one of the owners writes back to you too, which is pretty cool. Renee is asking, what directory theme were you using for your page? So for that site, it's a premium theme built by the Offline Sharks. I did a webinar with them like 3 weeks ago, and they talked about their theme on there. Rodney is asking, what about Hostinger? I've never used Hostinger. Right now I have DigitalOcean. We're using Amazon. We're using there's one Hertz. I think my developer found a German company. I think it's called Hertzner, something like that. Yeah, hosting, guys, is for me, especially with a lot of the apps that we put together. My hosting bill would scare a lot of you guys. A D9, sorry, D as in dog. So d9hosting.com. Let me just go to it so you guys can see. So this is what the site looks like, D9 hosting. All right. Montel is asking, can you use this for another site other than local? Yes, I mentioned that. So when you're here, you can just input a simple affiliate site. Just skip the geolocation. Okay, you don't have to select any geolocation. Just ensure that you put your keywords here. So if you're doing, I don't know, something like weight loss for, I don't know, women postpartum. All right, it can be one keyword, and then you can do weight loss or how to lose weight postpartum. I guess putting the woman in there is kind of, all right, but yeah, just like that. All right. And then you just have all of your keywords that you're targeting. And then when you go to the content tab, you only optimize by keyword. You don't obviously you don't use the location um, short codes. Someone saying you're listed as Josh Test, but you're saying, wow, cheap hosting in the UK. Awesome. Yeah, yeah, they have really good pricing. And again, a lot of times the owners will write back to you in their when you are emailed and support. Sean, let me see. Sean is asking, when pages are posted, where are they posted at? Can we select a location tab or something like that? Yeah. So they're posted onto your, obviously, to the pages, or you can choose here. You can choose for them to be posted as pages or as posts. I like to do pages when it comes to my actual targeting for my keywords. But yeah, they're here as pages. And then the location is here on the geolocation tab. You select the locations that you want to target. And then when you're optimizing, you use the short codes to include those locations. Okay. And one thing that I'm probably going to try and get my developer to tweak here is to be able to have the phone number on here without including it in the URL, because I did create a project where I had the phone number in here as well, so that every in the title of every post, the phone number is boom right there, one of the first things they see. But it's including it in as part of the URL as well, and I don't really like how that's looking. So I might have my developer have an option in here for you to include your affiliate phone number without it adding it to the URL, or maybe have it as a short code so that you can include it in within your post as well. Oh, excuse me, within the content. Awesome. Wally is in. Perfect. Yeah. Someone is surprised that this is live. Yeah, this is live. I told you guys I was going live. Yeah, a lot of the webinars these days that say are live are not really live, but I am here live. Yes, Michael. Michael's asking, does the 22K blueprint training leverage this along with Done For You Suite? Yeah. So yes, this is pretty much the our 22K blueprint, the software version. All right. Awesome. Maurice is in. Awesome, Maurice. Steven is asking if you can get in tomorrow. Yes, so long as we still have spots. If not, I'll make sure I save one for you since you are on here live. Yes, Michael is asking, so if I already have Done For You Suite, these will work together. Yes, absolutely. So what I would do is, um, obviously start with these cities, submit them to Done For You Suite, and then as ZERP is publishing these other ones, you can go in, grab the URL, submit to the Done For You Suite, and run it like that. Greg is in. Awesome. Yes, but you still like to show your wife the replay. I will have the replay up um, by tonight. Okay. Especially, and now I'll make sure that everyone that's on here live gets it first. Oh, Gregory is asking, oh, you missed the webinar. Yeah, I'll have a replay. Pete is asking, are you saying not to have a Twilio phone number that redirects calls to the affiliate pay per call number, but instead just rely on the pay per call number only? Do they provide call data? Yeah, I actually think forwarding calls, you'd have to check their terms of service, but that might not be allowed. But yeah, just if you use their phone number, they have all the tracking and all of that. So inside of your dashboard, it shows all of that. They have, it's just it tracks just like an affiliate link would. Richard is saying, I think I already have done for you suite. How can I check to be sure? You can check inside of your JV Zoo customer portal. On there, all of your receipts should be in there. And if you do have done for you suite, it'll show up in there. Steven is asking, I have the 22K blueprint. I'm an affiliate marketer. Will ZERP help me with the 22K blueprint? Yes. So this is pretty much the software version of that blueprint. Okay, you can come in here and set up all of your pages that you're and keywords that you're going to be targeting using this. Okay, we have every single city in here um, that you can target and optimize for. So sounds like you might have not seen the whole demo, but I did cover exactly how this works perfectly with our 22K blueprint. Tommy is in. Awesome. Bruce is asking, are all the cities in one niche run from one website? Are all the cities in one niche? Yes. So if for example, the one that I found here, bathtub reglazing, so I would build an entire bathtub reglazing and refinishing site and target all these cities with that one site. One niche, one site, but all these different locations. Time zone issue. Yeah, I get you, Gregory. Appreciate you jumping on late either way. Yes, Ronald. David has also jumped on late, so did not see what the system does. So after I watch the replay, can I still? Yes, David. Oh, great suggestion there. Someone is saying you can also install a hot map in WordPress. Yes, great suggestion there. Montel is in. I have all your tools, but I'm not sure when to. I'm assuming. Yeah, I do have a video that kind of breaks down a little bit more on how all my tools work together. I think I do have to kind of make an update to it as well since I have released some additional tools. But where is that page that I have? Here you go. How free training on how my 12 products work together. Here you go. And I'll post this in the chat box as well for anyone that wants to see that. All my products have a purpose. In case you guys haven't noticed, I don't just release products to release them. They all serve a purpose and solves a problem and makes something easier for you guys. Oh, sorry, the link. Someone is asking for the link. Kurt is asking for the link again. Here is the link. And again, that goes directly to checkout. I'll send it to everyone. That goes directly to checkout, guys, because this is not a public deal. This is private only for you guys, private Black Friday deal. It will not be going out to anyone else. Amanda, I hear you. The year does go by too fast. I'm writing to you now, Amanda. Ed is asking, what is the difference between Bypass, Autoblogger, and ZERP? Great question, but they're all vastly different. So ZERP, like you guys saw, allows you to create all of your campaigns to target your keywords and your locations automatically and just set it up to run, for months on end if you wanted to. And then Auto Blogger is what I'm using for my more of my informational content. Um, because Autoblogger, you can go in and it'll write content for any niche that you want, post it for you, and it'll even interlink that to your other pages as well. So all this article content here links back to there. Okay. So if you want to just have set and forget content for your site outside of just optimizing the cities, that's where Autoblogger comes in. All right. And then bypass. Also we have integrated bypass into Autoblogger as well, so that the content that it is writing and posting for you is undetectable. So that's what bypass does. Bypass increases the amount of content that your article is. It improves the quality and it makes it undetectable to the AI detectors. So that is the main difference between those three. But they're all intertwined. So bypass is integrated into Autoblogger. So all you got to do is just put your API key in and it'll run through that every time before it gets published to your site. Awesome. William is saying all your products rock, huge time and money savers. Awesome. I appreciate that. You're listed as Josh Test. Your questions are not being answered. Let me see if I can. There's still over 150 people on here, so the questions are coming in like crazy. I'm trying to answer them all. Miles is saying this looks like it can build an awesome PBN. That is a great idea. You can use this to build your PBNs as well and run and manage your PBNs. And that is something that I will be doing as well. I have purchased domains exclusively for private blog network use so that I can link to them, link from them to my main site. And that things start to get interesting there as well. But yeah, great idea. Tim is saying, what is a Google Hot Map? No, I think someone was mentioning the hot map for WordPress, so where you can see people what they're clicking on your site, where they're navigating, where they're spending the most time on, and then you can optimize that page based on that data. I'm writing back to you, Sandeep, now. Steven, thank you so much. I did see the demo, but as a non-techie, I was a bit frazzled. Yeah, interesting. I feel it's one of our least technical software. We've kind of made everything as um, simple as possible. I guess what can get a little bit techy there is going from here to there and setting all that up, the optimization part of the content. But I get it. You know, if you feel like it's a little bit too complicated for you, definitely don't pick it up. Okay, I totally understand that. All right, here goes. Yeah, so if you do want to get more, then yes. I'm writing to you now. Here you go. Steven is saying I'm kind of slow with it, but I'm sure I can learn it. Yeah, once you do it one or two times, it'll start to get easier. You'll start be able to create campaigns a lot faster. We also added an option here where you can clone projects as well, so you can copy projects. So once one project finishes, instead of having to go through the whole setup process, you just copy it, and then all you got to do from there is just select more cities, and boom, from that point forward, you don't have to do all those other steps anymore. So once one of these finishes, that one that's at like 385, or even if I want to do it a little earlier, I can just copy it, select the different cities, and good to go. All right. And I just realized that my wife is taking off because she has a nail appointment at 10 minutes. So I do have to jump off here in the next few minutes because I have my kids out there unsupervised. Let me see. I think she might have messaged. Yeah, she did text me. Shola, I am going to leave now. No surprise after I have gone. You never know. Sometimes I get a little crazy and add some last minute surprises. Sean is asking auto blogger question mark. Uh, Steven is saying nail appointments are extremely important. Yeah, absolutely, especially with the holiday tomorrow. Patrick is saying, Josh, just got here. What is the short description of this thing? Short description. Let me just kind of show you a little bit. I'll run through this as quickly as possible. So we built a platform that allows you to connect your sites into here, your WordPress sites. You install our plugin, and then the connection is made between this software and your website. Then here you can select the locations that you want to target. This is all pretty much the software version of our 22K per month affiliate blueprint that we released last month. You select the cities that you want to target, you click next, you put the keywords that you're targeting, click next, and then here you optimize the content that you put, the locations that you put with the keywords that you put, and then here's the content that I generated using ChatGPT and then spinning it with Spin Rewriter. But pretty much if I hit preview, you'll see that now I have content. Anytime I hit generate, it's optimizing for a different keyword and a different location. Click generate, keyword, location. So all of these articles are going to be posted to my site, and they're all going to be fully optimized for the keyword that I'm targeting and the different location that I'm targeting. So you'll be able to come in here and set up one project and have it like this one. I have 385 different posts that this software is going to do for me, and it's all going to be targeting I think for this campaign, I have 3 different keywords and a ton of different cities that I'm going to be targeting. So it automates your entire SEO process based around our 22K per month blueprint that we released last month. So hopefully that's a quick nutshell explanation for you. And right now we do have, I forgot to mention, a $270 Black Friday discount, since the bundle that we're offering here is usually $497 per year or $297 every 6 months. But right now you can get it for just $227 per year. All right. However, they might be expiring because the coupon that I activated is only for 50 people. Because this is our usual pricing, and these prices allow us to maintain this platform and just keep it up to date, improve it, make it better. This price puts us in the red. Okay, so I can't do it for too many people, so that's why there's a 50 person limit. Gerald is saying that we have to push the regenerate button for each page. No, that happens automatically. That's just for you to preview. What I just showed was just a preview so that you can see what your article is going to look like. But once you set up the project, you don't have to touch it. That's it. And that generate button is if you do decide to use our built-in AI writer, you can use it. But if you guys missed the webinar and you got here late, make sure you catch the replay because I walked through the entire process of what I do to use ChatGPT to write really good content for me. Then I use Spin Rewriter to rewrite it even more. Oh, and one thing I forgot to do about with this as well is you can humanize. You can do some additional humanization with Spin Rewriter as well, um, which will make it even better. And I think where is it? Somewhere in here. But there's a humanization option here somewhere that allows you to um, purposely make mistakes that humans would make when actually writing a piece of content, so that again that helps bypass the detectors as well. But yeah, if you missed the webinar and got here late, make sure you catch the replay because I shared a ton of little strategies that I do to leverage ChatGPT and get some good content. David is saying if you have Serplify, then you're good to go. Ed, I sent you my email. Say you have 5K to invest. I'll do my best to guide you in the right direction. Krister is asking, you did not mention purpose of ZERP site is offer vault people. Yeah, so I did mention that. So at the beginning, it's we're building with this. I'm building sites with offer vault offers in mind. So that is what I'm heavily focused on right now. I told you guys that I was going in the trenches with you guys with the pay-per-call affiliate model. It is just something that really excites me. So I'm going all in with that as my primary monetization model right now for my niche sites. So that's what I'm personally using it for. But you can use ZERP for other stuff. If you have AdSense, if you have affiliate, just regular affiliate offers, you can do it for that too. Gerald is saying, can I go back to a published project and generate new pages to expand at a later date? Yes. So you can come in here and edit this, or like I said before, you can duplicate a project and add additional cities and stuff and do it like that. All right, but yeah, you can always come in here and edit this, select new cities, add more keywords, all of that. The only thing that you will not be able to do is change the scheduling option. So you see, now that this campaign has been saved, I can't change the schedule type. That's the only thing you can't change. But you could increase this, and you can increase this if you do make some changes to the locations and the keywords and all that. Eric is saying Wayback Sites. Oh, the Wayback machine. Where is it? So it's literally web.archive. If you just type Wayback machine, it's the first option here. So the actual domain is archive.org. So what is SynLab again, and how do I use it with ZERP? So SynLab is our syndication platform. So that is here. That's this tab here, and it will automatically, every time a new page or post is published, it's going to send it to your SynLab account, and SynLab has up to 20 different social accounts in there that you can create and plug in, and it will send out that URL to those different social sites. So think of it as like a natural, like if you think about it, when someone is trying to get exposure to their site, what's one of the first things they do? They go to social media and they publish their content on there. All right. So Facebook, Twitter, or X, if you want to call it X now, all these different social sites, first. That's usually the first step that people do because it's the logical step. You know, they want to get exposure on these different social sites. So that is what SynLab does, but automatically. So you don't have to actually sit there and do it one by one. All right, so it's about to be 3 p.m. So I unfortunately will have to jump off here, not because I want to, but because I have to, because my wife took off and my youngest is about to wake up from her nap, and my oldest will probably start banging on the door any minute now because she's wondering where mama went and where I am. So I'll take one more question. I'll post the link one more time, and I will get the replay up and out for you guys that joined late by tonight. So this is the link there, and let me see if there's one. Yes, so Colin, great question. Will year two also be 220? It's actually 227, not 277. Um, but yeah, you're locked in. This is totally locked in for you guys at this price, okay? Paul is saying, when will the replay be ready? I'll get it up for you tonight, okay? And happy Thanksgiving to you guys as well. Thank you, Paul. And that's it. I will get the replay up for you guys. And was there something else? There was something else. No, I think that's it. Thank you guys for joining, and I will talk to you guys soon.